overspray? Well, there's three areas to look at. The first is the spraying technique. That's how you're holding the gun in relation to the surface and the spraying action. The second is the spraying pressure, and the third is the spraying tip. So let's talk about the spraying technique that you have firstly. Well, for a lot of you experienced painters out there, you know this very well, but I'm going to review it quickly. You would start by holding the spray gun about 25 centimeters from the surface. That's roughly one ruler's length and a little bit less. Next, you want to make sure that the gun is perpendicular to the surface. So if you can imagine the camera is the wall, you're holding it perpendicular and you're moving the sprayer, keeping it against the wall like so. When you pull the trigger, you want to make sure that you are pulling the trigger and making the movement at the same time. If you had to just hold down the trigger and keep the gun in one place, you would find a buildup of paint in that area. Once you start needing to cover a wider area, make sure you move your feet. Because if you keep your feet planted and you start moving the gun out, the paint is going to spray, it's going to feather, and more of it's going to go into the air and less on the surface. So think of yourself more as a dancer, or when you're doing mountain climbing. You've got to make sure you use your feet to cover a wider area.